So, this is an intro to a series that I'm doing because I was that inspired by a video I saw about The Sims that I have made a second channel. So I'm Forgettable Otaku normally. This is Forgettable Shenanigans, which is basically a channel of randomness for stuff that just doesn't make sense to put in my into my manga making channel. So usually I'm an artist, I make a manga. I'm currently working on the first chapter of Lux Neptus, which is the name of the series. If you are into that, want to learn about making manga, and for some reason you're also into The Sims, then maybe consider following my main account. I'm pretty small, so you probably haven't heard of me, but I was inspired by Karen and Connie Gaming. They made a lot where there's 8 businesses for for 8 houses in The Sims. So the first part was a month ago, but the second part was 2 days ago, and basically, since I'm watching the video, the last 2 days I have spent doing a Kingdom Hearts version of this challenge. So essentially, there's a lot of content. It actually took a while. So whilst recording this introduction, this is after I have made the 8 Sims, customized most of the apartments, and I made all the shops, but I kind of gave way up halfway through the apartments, but I have done the challenge with the 8 Sims. So, and across the next couple of days, I will be releasing that, because it did take a while, and I'm bad at editing. But, and honestly, there was just so much happening that you kind of need to see the full shenanigans. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed this video. This video won't actually even, I don't think, get to that, because I spent so long explaining my Sims. Because it takes a while to build 8 Sims, all with outfits and stuff. So, enjoy this video. Go watch these original things. I really like these guys' houses, and I hope that they appreciate how I updated their mall. I'm sorry if it doesn't look as good as their original. I tried my best. I am not very good at making houses and stuff. I recently watched the video by, I think they're called Carney and Connie. They do like really cool Sims building stuff, and they made a building that's like 8 apartments, well 4 apartments and like 8 different shops, and I was like, I could do that with Kingdom Hearts characters, because Kingdom Hearts is what I'm really into at the moment. So I have done the first step of making the 8 gang. Technically, I did make Sora first. I basically made the 7, was like, oh, I want Ventus to be identical to Roxas. So I kind of made a new household, like deleted everyone, then adjusted Ventus, and then added them back in. So we'll go through the gang. Basically the only custom content I used is the hair, the necklace, and also they've got like found one that's meant to give them more Kingdom Heartsy eyes. I didn't really use a lot of like custom content clothing and stuff. I do have Sora's outfit, but it kind of looks funny him being in his accurate clothes next to everyone else not. So yeah, we got Sora. What is that little dude? Oh, does he get to okay, he gets to keep those traits. I wonder if he gets to keep his relationship to Riku. That'd be good, actually, because I've put in all this effort. Except I did lose it when I was playing as just those two, and I had Riku propose, but I forgot to save it, which is sad. So yeah, this is his everyday look. He's got the belt chain. We've gone with Kingdom Hearts 3, just because it's the closest, like the most realistic graphics, so I feel like that was the easiest to translate to Sims. I mean, some characters have got outfits inspired by a combination of different looks that they've got, if they have them. And then this is his formal look. I did want him to have the necklace and everything, because Sora wears the necklace all the time. This is his sports look. I did want him to also look a bit goofy, because he does. And I gave him the bunny slippers, because you're telling me this doofus wouldn't wear the bunny slippers? Yeah, that's what I thought. And this one's meant to be like primary colors, because, you know, it's a party. He has to wear all these different colors. He's got his swimwear, and I gave him the flippers, again, to give him sort of that doofus look. Not that, like, it's goofy inherently to wear flippers, they're funny looking shoes. Is that the same? He wears... Actually, that is a very Sora thing to do. It's like, oh, it's warm. Whoop! Short pants. And then we got his winter look. So yeah, I'm gonna do them in the order that I made them. Also, I came up with different last names, because none of the characters technically have last names, I don't think. So I gave him Destiny, and then we gave Riku Islands, so they're like from Destiny Islands. Riku's basically just emo. I'm a bit real. I just took the Goth Galore pack because I loved the clothes too much and just was like, yup, you get to be emo Riku or gothic or just alternative. I'm gonna go with that just so that I'm not wrong in terms of which thing. I gave him his fancy outfit. We've got, I also only did one of each variation because you can have 3. These you are allowed to have extras. This was inspired by his first game look, which I hope that comes across. Like, I thought that'd be cool to have that sort of reference there. I just gave him the sweater, like the jumper thing, because I thought that was cute, like the little orange. I gave him his party outfit, which is basically, it kind of just looks like a more summery version of his normal outfit, probably because of the gloves. And then I gave him the rainbow swimmers because, I mean, Soriku is a thing. I don't think it's canon or anything, but I mean, everyone that I have talked to in person that has played the game is like, yeah, Riku's gay. And plus, I mean, it'd add more drama for my Sims. This is his outfit, and my favorite of his, because like I have played with Riku and Sora already. I really like this outfit, like this little bag thing. I don't know, he just looks stylish. Next we have Kairi, and again, like, this is meant to be more like a Kingdom Hearts 3 look. This jacket, I was really excited when I found that, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of looks relevant. I gave her this necklace that she has in most of the things to kind of look like that. And hers is heart because she's a princess of heart. That's the last name I went with for her. I just gave her a nice pink dress. It's just a pretty dress. And this one's kind of a mix again of like sort of 3 here, but then she's got like purple, like she's got a purple skirt, but purple, it was more her color in 1. I did mostly go for pink because 2 and 3 tend to go that way. Sleep, I just gave her nice pajamas. I feel like she deserves, I feel like she would wear nice fancy pajamas. Oh, what's the shop called? I can't think of, I think it's Peter Alexander. I never go in there because they're like $30 plus pajamas. And I'm like, no, I barely wear pajamas, to be honest. But like, I feel like she would wear bougie pajamas. I have no proof for this. And then I found this skirt, and this skirt, I was like, oh my gosh, that's giving me Kingdom Hearts 2, but I couldn't find the rest of it to make it look like the dress. So I just gave her this white top, because she does sort of wear that underneath. I gave her sparkly tights, because it's a party. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, the skirt's got drippers, and got zippers. I did also, that was something I looked for. If I could find stuff with unnecessary zippers, that was likely what a character was going to get. And I just gave her this swimsuit because it's just a nice classy one, like with the skirt. And then gave her sort of a like nice girl, because she does have a fairly girly style. So like she's got like the bows and the cute, and I also like, this was more inspired by Kingdom Hearts 1, and I wanted to give her this like, I gave her the scrunchie because she's got this sort of material fabric yellow bracelet thing, but I couldn't find anything similar, so I gave her a purple scrunchie to match the skirt. And then this, I was just like, those pants are Y2K pants. You can't tell me that Kairi wouldn't have worn something like this, especially given that, like, 2000s, this was 2000s fashion. I was like, yeah. And also just, I feel like that it just shows, like, how, like, that takes guts. I was surprised they had a cropped jacket as cold weather, because I'm like, yeah, it's freezing cold and you're just exposing your stomach. Like, that takes guts. You don't want to mess with Kairi. She can survive the cold with her tummy out. And now we've got Roxas, who, like Riku, I also just went a bit emo and gothic and stuff. I gave him piercings, because why not? I thought they looked cool. So yeah, this is inspired by sort of his Roxas look. His Roxas has like 2 outfits. He's got his Roxas outfit, and then he's got the Organization 13 uniform that he wears, which is what this is supposed to be inspired by. This is meant to look like his uniform. I thought that would make sense for his formal look. And then, yeah, most of them just tend to lean towards just colors and stuff. But see, like, zippers, random patches of color, I was like, that's giving Kingdom Hearts. And then I gave him these plaid pajamas because he's got the wristband that's like checkered. And I was like, yeah, that feels like that fits. And I did want to give everyone sort of a bit of variety. Like, I didn't want to use the same thing too much for different characters. And then these, I just found these pants, and I was like, ooh, those are funky cool pants. those are pants that I feel like oh, Leon, I think would wear something like that, if I'm remembering his design correctly. I haven't played Final Fantasy VIII. It's purely based on his Kingdom Hearts appearance. And then I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, giving him the skeleton wetsuit thing. And this is just kind of a basic outfit. You know, because it's hot. You don't want to put effort in. And then this is also, like, he's inspired by Organization 13 with all the blacks. A lot of these characters have edgy stuff because I just like the goth galore fashion, okay? Where I couldn't fill things in to look accurate, I basically went on what my own personal taste is. Now, we've got Axel. And this was inspired by his outfit at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, where he's got normal clothes. And yes, he's wearing heels, because I feel like this dude would do any, like, is like, yeah, I'm already tall. I'm gonna wear heels and make myself even taller. And then we've got... His outfits are basically all black, because that's all he's really worn. I thought this would be funny. The entire time I kept going past that crop top, and I'm like, I have to give someone the crop top. It's just funny. And I feel like this guy's confident enough that he just, like, rock up and everyone's like, what are you wearing? He's like, workout clothes. And when I saw that they had these, I couldn't not give him the fire pants. Like, that was basically when I was making Roxas. I'm like, I have to make Axel just for the pants. And then we got his party outfit, which again, it's just black. I thought this shirt's kind of funky, so I thought that would be good for a party outfit. Got a bit more accessories to jazz it up. I don't go to parties, so I don't actually know what people wear to parties now that I'm thinking about it. And then we got his swimmers, which again, just his outfits are basically all black. That's how we did it. And then he's got his, like, he's just like, it's too warm. I'm not bothered to do my shirt up. That's, wait, is he wearing earrings? I did not give you those earrings, dude. I didn't know those earrings even existed. I'm sorry, Axel, you can't sneak your earrings past me. I mean, you did. You succeeded, but I noticed. And then we've got the cold weather outfit, which again, like, we got like belts and textures and stuff. A lot of these things I did like outfits that had, you know, just details that made it more interesting looking. So yeah, that's Axel. And I went with Burns for his last name because fire. I went with Nobody for Roxas because he said nobody. Well, that's not very nice. And then I went with Aqua Departure because she's from the land of Departure. Yeah. Aqua, Terra, and Ventus were actually really difficult because they don't wear normal looking clothes. Like, Aqua in particular was difficult because I'm like, I don't know what to give you. So I gave her the skirt pants because she's like her outfit's got like pants with like flowy bits, so it's kind of like skirt pants. And I knew that this was in I think it's from City Living. I gave her the socks because she also has like, I can't tell if she's wearing socks or if she's got really high boots, but I went with the socks and shoes, kind of like that. Yeah, it was also just difficult to find things that kind of look similar. And she has like, I think she's got a turtleneck. So I gave her the choker to kind of do that. I also gave her a septum piercing, and the makeup was like what was on the sim before I started changing it. I'm like, you know what, that looks kind of cool. I don't know why it looks like she's got like a pimple or something on her chin. I don't know if that's just skin and I'm stupid, but I gave her the nose piercing because I'm like, I don't know, I feel like if they lived in a more modern world, she probably would get something like that. That seems to be a popular piercing, like, around people my age. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have it. I go over these again for, like, the pants with the flap bits, and it's just classy looking. I wanted Aqua to look nice and fancy, and again with the choker for similar sort of reasons, and just, it felt like we needed something. These are just mostly for blue and different textures and shapes, and like, I thought it would be cool to give her shorts with tights underneath. Because I feel like, I don't think she'd be like prudish, but I also feel like she wouldn't, like, I don't know, I just thought it would be cool. And I feel like that, just given how many layers of clothes and stuff Nomura likes to give his characters, I feel like he would put tights under shorts. Just because, like, he's like, yeah, they're wearing a jacket over the jacket. And I found this top, and I was like, that's got a cool, like, sort of neckline. So that's the main reason for the top choice. I just gave her these nice robes, because I'm like, she's a classy lady. She's got her classy lady pajama robe things. And I don't think anyone else has got, like, a dressing gown. This was because I was like, I was trying to find if there was any corsets in the game, but when I googled like corset Sims, I was getting custom content and I didn't want to download that. I did like the challenge of trying to style characters like the character from clothes in The Sims. And yeah, when I found this dress with a corset, I was like, oh, yeah, I have to give her that. And it's blue and black, which is cool. And then I gave her the tights because, I mean, she wears the socks sort of things, and I don't know, I just feel like that she gives me the impression that she'd be the type to wear tights under things. I don't have a further explanation. I don't know, maybe that's just because I personally, whenever I wear skirts and stuff, tend to wear tights underneath, and I gave her the boots, because the boots are cool. But yeah, this dress is actually really cool. This was the only thing with a corset I could find, because, like, you basically gotta look through. I'm guessing most of them would be in dresses, just because it'd be harder to put on a shirt with just how the model is. And it's not like belts are an accessory you can add, which sucks, because I'm like, Nomura loves his belts. If I could add belts to everything. I gave her a bikini, because they just have some nice bikini options. And I like this blue is pretty similar to the color that she's got. Because yeah, that was another thing, is finding colors that were accurate. And yeah, I was like, Kyrie's got a fairly reserved, you know, full bodysuit, so I was like, I'll give Aqua a bikini. And yeah, it's just, I like the metal details. I don't know how comfortable it would be. I've never worn a bikini. I've never had like a metal, actually no, I have worn a bikini. I have my shower bikini. I haven't like worn one to the beach. That's what I mean. And then I found this, and I was like, oh, it's got like that pink that she's got, you know, as the cross. And I'm like, this does kind of give like similar, like same with the blue and stuff. So I was really excited when I saw this. And I gave her the matching shoes. I do sometimes like to give Sims, certain accessories and stuff multiple times to make it, like, because real people tend to have, you know, a finite amount of things in their wardrobe, and it just makes it feel like that, you know, this is actually an accessory that they own and like. Like, yeah, I do like to actually repeat things sometimes, just to give it a sense of, yes, this is part of their wardrobe. But yeah, I do really like this suit thing. And then this is just, I just found this wizard looking robes thing, and I was like, that's cool, she's like a mage. And I mean, I'd made, what, this is the 4th character I'd made just consecutively. I was definitely getting lazy towards the end, being like, I want to start building and decorating the building. So that, yeah, that's probably most noticeable for like Terra and things. And then I named Terra Terraform. Not for Kingdom Hearts reasons, but because pun. Look, I was running out of ideas. My first thought was Terra Earth, which is basically just calling him Terra. So yeah, basically all of his outfits are a black shirt with like tan pants, which is similar to what he wears. But like, I gave him this sort of athletic looking shirt, because he kind of has this sort of, I don't know, like skin tight kind of shirt. It's really hard to figure out what on earth they're wearing, because they're not wearing normal people clothes. And see, formal, so we gave him the turtleneck and the pants. Everything is basically the same outfit in different colors. I gave him more bright colored pants here because I thought that could add some variety. And I don't know, I feel like you wear like bright colors to exercise. I feel like everyone's kind of got a more goofy sort of vibe for their athletic clothes. This could come from the fact that I don't exercise and don't know what people wear. And then he's got the pajamas, and I gave him old man slippers because, I don't know, he's a series... Wait... I just noticed I forgot to do the eye thing. So this eyes are part of makeup and in the face paint. Where are they? And so yeah, I have to apply them to all outfits. I think he's possibly the only one that I've missed. He looks normal with brown eyes, so I probably just didn't notice it, or just didn't zoom up to his face again because I didn't add like accessories there. So yeah, it's got these old man slippers. It's got his party outfit, which I gave him this because his outfit has like the black shirt with like the red over it, and I saw this and I was like, oh, that's kind of similar-ish, and you know, it's a party. He can wear something a bit more spicy's not the right word. A bit more jazzy. Yeah, we're gonna go with jazzy. Okay, for that, just because of that, we're going to have it so that he likes jazz. There's a lot of things where I was like, I have no idea what sort of likes and dislikes to give them because there's just so many things that just aren't plot relevant. I'm sure there has to be jazz. Is there not jazz? Is it jazz? You like jazz. There we go. And yeah, I gave him these because, you know, following the theme. The palm trees. More following the theme. The baggy sort of pants. And again, and then the last one we've got is Ventus, and I gave him the last name Light because, I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts, light and stuff, but also because Ventus is pure light because he was split from Vanitas. See? Big brain. So yeah, he's literally the same face as Roxas. I'm not very good at faces and stuff, and makeup and things. I'm actually kind of lazy with that. But yeah, I gave him a lot of greens because he's got the green colors, and it was a way to sort of make him look different. He's got a bit more of a casual vibe. I didn't want him to be too, like, emo and alternative because I gave that to Roxas. And what? Roxas, Riku, Aqua, and Axel. Aqua probably should have had a more classy lady vibe. But I found this suit, and I'm like, that's like the olivey green that he wears. So that's the suit he got. And then I was just, like, at this point, I was like, I'm just giving you green, olive green, because, like, he was the last one I did, so yeah, I was starting to run out of ideas and stuff. But I do like this raccoon shirt. It just looks like it'd be comfortable. And then I found these pants, and I was like, wait a second, those kind of remind me of the pants that he wears, because they have, like, these weird things on them. I was kind of hoping that, like, all the swatches still have blue jeans underneath, but yeah, I found the pants. And I was like, those kind of remind me of his pants. So that's why he's got the cowboy pants. What, do you think he would be a cowboy guy? Like, we know Sora is a pirate dude. maybe Ventus can be a cowboy guy. And, like, he's just jealous that he didn't get to meet Woody. And then I gave him this because I kept going past and I'm like, I need to give someone this. This is just funny. And I mean, I don't know if the Land of Departure has, if it even has water. Like, I know that Sora can swim. I know that, like, Sora, Riku, Kairi, it's understandable. I feel like we can assume they can swim. Roxas probably can swim by virtue of being Sora. Aqua, I'm gonna say can swim just because water. But, I mean, it'd be funny if Ventus can't really swim. And, like, he's a goofy goober. I feel like he would wear these. And then, again, just being, like, green. Wait, is that the same thing that Riku wears, but in a different color swat? Give me a sec, Riku. Is that the same? I think it is. That is okay. Also, I just feel like, yeah, it's very Kingdom Hearts to give them, like, usually, like, jumper shirts, it's like, well, where are your sleeves? I mean, usually they have, like, because Sora's got a few, like, where he's just got t-shirt, jacket things. And then I gave him a goofy Christmas sweater because someone needed it, and, I mean, you went last, Ventus, so I was out of ideas, so you got the Christmas jumper. Because funny. So yes, this is the gang. Now I have to figure out how to get the lot from the gallery, place it, and then customize it to each of the characters, and figure out what business. Actually, I should figure out now, what kind of business is everyone gonna run? Who's the easiest? Okay, I think Roxas, you're gonna run an ice cream shop. Is ice cream in The Sims? Let me Google that. Is ice cream in The Sims? Ice cream maker. The cool kitchen stuff pack. Cool. So that's Rox's business. He's gonna make ice cream. Because ice cream. What else do we know about characters and stuff? What kind of businesses can they do? None of the... Oh... Actually, no, Naminé would be the one I would go for artist. Kairi likes to write letters and make crafty things. I don't know, I'll figure it out as I go. I'm like, none of them are particularly readers either. Like, it's not, then we don't see any of them particularly with books. I have no idea what kind of you'll just fight bad dudes. That's not really helpful here. I'll figure out what kind of business they do when I have a better look at what kind of stuff they can do. Like, I feel like Axel's is gonna be some sort of emo-y sort of business. Like, I feel like he would tattoo a child. Are they allowed tattoos as kids in this game? Anyway, I'm gonna be back. I like how they've given Axel that pose. I appreciate that, guys. I'm not gonna bother doing more. Okay, I'm gonna go, and I'll be back after when I've got a full house. It'll just magically appear.